So, beautiful family, we are live now. And I know you've been so impatiently waiting for this conversation and for this broadcast. But like you can see, yes, the whole family is waiting for this awesome queen, the queen, founder, maker, creator of Black excellence. Yes, the Happy Family movement is up to it again, people. We know about Detroit in 2022 as if it was not yet enough. The moment we finished from Detroit, the Happy family went back to work. And now they're coming back to tell you, Africans, 2023 is not about I cannot, it's about I can. So we're not going to be sharing no tears anymore. We're just going to be celebrating all your good works in the community. And so while we are commemorating the 16 days activism on gender-based domestic violence, the Happy movement said no. We are going to celebrate heroes, heroines, sheroes in all formats. And so they are striking so high, very high, like from New York to the continent to the Caribbean. So the BE, you have to know it today, the BE has come to stay. It is here to stay forever. As you can see, this is just a small tip of the iceberg. You're going to be seeing it in every colors, every format, every week. Okay. So yes, Africans have cried so long for an award, just like we see other world awards for music, for poetry, for poems, for whatever. The BE was born out of the concept, your request of test for an award that is going to unite Africans on the continent and in the diaspora. Because you have been into so much work, Africans create every day because they're talented, the continent of so much talent. But then somebody who is not African would just pick them and put an award or a stamp or a stigma on them and then begin to award you for your excellence. So no, the Happy movement say we are able to do our stuff. And so the BE is born into 2023 and it's going to be evolving around the continent, around Europe, on all diaspora communities. This award is going to be. And on the continent, our youth, our women, our elders, our boys, our girls who are into innovative businesses, who are creating the Africa we want to see, and that nobody is rewarding them, is compensating them, is thanking them, is blessing them. Today, Happy Movement and the BE has come to say no more. We are claiming our authority to award you for your excellence, for your innovation, for your power, for your talent, for your music, for your stories. So we're going to be promoting, we're going to be sharing this award, we're going to be giving it to our young people who are coming up with so much innovation, to the brave heart, to the women of the continent, to the women in the diaspora, to the Africans all across the globe. The BE has come to stay. So please welcome with me, dear family. Thank you for all those that are already gathered. I can see you all here because Sister Felicia is just trying to finish her lipstick. She was just like, I forgot my beautiful African earrings. And I even had a wash day today. I was rushing to see if I could put my kinky under the shower so that it smells good to everybody here. And I just like, no, sister, you are so beautiful and pretty the way you are. Just come on board. We know how you are. All right. So I'm going to rush her out of the bedroom, bring her on the studio, and let us tell us how they came about and what will be happening to honor our women. We're not going to stay every time crying and crying. And you see, she's just been whooped out of the out of the wardrobe.
Oh
trying to
my
put
God.
everything that she already has in her. Sister Felicia, you are here. You're live right now.
How are you doing, Dr. Susan Tatah? Oh my. First of all, you look beautiful. And I'm laughing because, yes, this lipstick. And women in the chat know this. Like sometimes you put your lipstick on and you get it right on the lips. Sometimes it's a little bit over. You start looking like a clown. You trying to get it even. It's just like all over your face. So it was just one of those days. But I'm so happy to be on your show. You have one of my favorite shows. So how you doing?
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody's doing fine. And you can see your chat family is already there waiting.
Yes.
And Sister Cheryl is the first person who reached out to me when I shared the link of the Black Excellence Award and conference. And she was like, "You put a wrong link because I went there to get my ticket and it was not correct." Doctor says, "Is something wrong with the link?" Oh, minute, give me a moment, let me check. And of course, I was right. The link was not actually the right link. When I redirected her, she's already bought her ticket. So, I mean, women, particularly as we celebrate and as we empower each other, and our men, our kings, our brothers, our sisters, as they are just looking forward to embrace 2023 in abundance. There's no better way, Sister Felicia, to start with this award in February in New York.
Yes.
So over to you. What are we expecting?
So let me tell you, we're still feeling the black love and just wholeness that we felt, with the One Africa Power and Unity Conference that was just in April. Um, and it's interesting how this one kind of came about. So Taki Grant, my partner in crime, he wrote, directed, produced this film Hapi, the role of economics in the development of civilization. Well, it's interesting. He was on a panel on the Philippe Matthews show maybe 2 years ago with four other black male filmmakers, and one of them was Amadeus Christ. And this is this whole idea, when we're saying that, as black folks, we need to work together, we need to collaborate, and this and that. It's a real thing. So he was on this, beautiful platform with, five other black filmmakers making black films, men, right? Which you don't really see a lot, like in Hollywood or whatever, but making conscious films. So he had a conversation with Amadeus Christ. And, they were talking about, Amadeus coming to New York and showing his film. And so that was really the creation of Black Excellence, was like from their collaboration of wanting to just, start off as a screening. We're going to show some of Hapi and show some of his film. And then it got into this whole thing about just really looking at Black excellence and what does that mean, right? Because Amadeus Christ's film, Heavy as the Crown, Volume 1, is beautiful. The animation, I mean, it's a gorgeous film. And so, we were like, wow, that's excellent. And so that's how the concept of Black excellence started. And, when we started thinking, that it's not just about like our excellence, because all Black people have excellence in them. But sometimes we don't feel that way, right? And so this event is an opportunity for us to be able to see it through all forms of like art, of music, of poetry, lecturing. We'll be able to see it all. But then we'll also, we're also hoping that people are also looking inside themselves, right? Because like I said, we are Black excellent. We've always been this way from the beginning of time. So this event is really a day to just appreciate and love on Black people. So it's going to be nice. February 4th in New York City, which is great.
I
And
mean, I'm already excited.
it was like, let me tell you, we got excited because we were doing, I don't know if your viewers know. So when we first, because the thing about it is like, how these events start. So first it just started off Amadeus Christ, filmmaker, and Taki, like we're going to show a film. Then we're like, well, let's have a lecturer. We have a couple people come in and lecture. So then we were like, okay, we're going to have Professor James Small and Infudishi Jehutimis. And we're like, yeah, we'll get Kaba. Kaba lives in New York. we'll get him to come by too. Then it was like, okay, we're like, well, wait, we need some young people. You know what? We need someone who is talking our same language. We're like, let's add on Riza Islam, which is this dynamic brother is, oh my God, to be so young and so talented. So we, and so then Taki's like, well, we need music, and but we need like music that makes us feel good. And so he was like, oh, I know Brand Nubian. Let's get Brand Nubian. And then we added JAMAR MILTON, as is a Hapi supporter. He's been on Hapi a couple times. We are like, okay, we got to add him. He's a conscious rapper. And then we were talking about this, and then you were in the chat, and you were like, I'll be there. We were like, yes, we're gonna add Dr. Susan Tatah and Dr. Georgina Kalu. So it's such an organic way that these things come together. But when they come together, this is how it's supposed to be. And then we also have a poet, Lyricist Lounge. She's coming through. And so we literally start off with just doing it was going to be like 4 hours. Now it's an 8-hour day. It's the all day on Saturday from like 1 to 8 o'clock. And we are live streaming the whole entire event. The whole event will be live streamed. So you'll be able to see everything. Not to be cut off. We're not cutting out anything. You'll be right there with us for the whole entire day. So this event, it has really turned into be something magnificent. And then our host, Dr. Ken Harris, he also hosted One Africa. We're bringing him back in. He's the president of the National Business League. So it's going to be a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Wonderful. I mean, I cannot wait. And if you people, if you haven't gotten your tickets, the tickets are available actually on my own space. I want to thank you for giving me that honor, to put a link to my page personally, where people can get their tickets in Europe, on the continent, in the diaspora as well. Because then I know that these are the followers that actually support Dr. Susan Tatah and are coming there for me. And I can guarantee you, I just want to tell you, I'm coming from the continent.
Yes.
Let me make this very clear. I'm coming from the continent, from the side of the continent. Okay. So that word is going to be something else. I just reserve it. You only got a tip of the iceberg when you watch me in Detroit conference digitally. But imagine you're going to embrace and to watch me live in New York. And if you want to see what the mothers on the continent, the queens on the continent are able and capable, be in New York or be nowhere, I'm telling you, I'm promising you, we're going to bring things down the village way, the African way. Okay. You are going to see it in New York. You've never seen something like, I think I can only compare a little bit of what is going to happen. It's exactly, do you remember coming to America and exactly to do it in the same locations at Queens? Am I right?
Yes. Yes. And Queens. This is going to be Queens and Queens. I'm telling you, we are so excited because I finally get to put hands on you, Dr. Susan Tatah. It's like I have not had hands on you. You had me straight weeping. People are still making fun of me how I was weeping at One Africa when you were speaking. But now it's like you're going to be right there. This is going to be phenomenal. We're really, New York hasn't seen anything like this, especially since the pandemic. And that was another thing. We was like, we got to get out this pandemic mode. Black people need to touch each other. We need to feel each other.
Yes.
We don't do well on, not seeing each other and not just not hugging and loving on each other. So this is going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Absolutely. But then when I look at the images and the posters, the first one, I guess this is the first one. Let me just pull it up. Because when I look at because we need to start. getting used to our logo, why we use some certain colors, why we use gold, because gold is all about Africa, riches and everything. I mean, and Africans themselves, we are gold. We are made out of raw gold. Okay. And so, yes, so people getting used to this. Is this the only flyer? Because I saw you, I think there are almost two versions now from what I have.
Yes. So what's going to be happening, and I'm glad you brought this up. So what's going to be happening is that every week we're kind of unveiling a different flyer. Um, and we, like, if you are signed up on our newsletter, and when they go buy their tickets, they can just put their email address on there, and then we can make sure that they're signed up for the newsletter, right? Because we're sending out the flyer to
Mhm.
everyone and asking them to redistribute the flyer, because it's not just about who's listening to us right now. It's really about everyone who's part of this Hapi movement. And if you watch any of our shows, you buy our T-shirts, you seen the film, you are part of the Hapi movement, right? And so it's about us getting out the word. We've got to change the trajectory of what's happening out here in these streets with us. And the only way we do it is by people who are really conscious, um, about the history, about our spirituality. But now we're ready to do something, because it's not just enough to watch a show and say, oh, I like this show, and maybe you learn something, but we have to put it in practice. And so this is, this event, a day of Black excellence, is really Happy putting into practice what we're talking about, and hitting all the different areas: art, music, our intellectualism, our spirituality. Like, really, we're having a drumming, event happening before we, before we even get started, pouring our libations. Like, all these things are who we are. They need to be showcased. And I sometimes I don't think that people understand or look at what we do as Black excellence, because we're just so used to being, just doing things. But I don't, sometimes we need to take a step back and look and be like, wow, you know what? We are excellent. These things, we are straight up in line with our ancestors. This is how they moved. They moved in excellence. We're moving in excellence. But sometimes I think we need to just stop and smell the roses and understand that, just really understand our Black excellence. Because in understanding our Black excellence is really understanding our Black power. And that is the way that we can move, make things happen. So, yeah. So this is the first one, the first flyer. And that's, New York skyline. That's the World Trade Center. And so our one that we did for this week, I can pull up that one. The one that we did for this week, now that you guys
Okay.
know, yeah, everyone knows it's going to be in New York City. That's great. Now you need to bring out the big guns right there. This is the big
Ooh, this is the killer. This one right here. I mean,
yeah,
who is that? Is that not the Queen Warrior Harriet Tubman?
Harriet
Who
Tubman.
is this
It's like,
powerful queen?
yeah, yeah. And it's so interesting, because a lot of things that we do and just who we are as Black folks, a lot of
Mhm.
symbolism, a lot of signs, a lot of visuals. Visuals mean things to us. And Harriet Tubman on our flyer, she's leading the way. This woman warrior is like, yo, okay, listen, this is what we're about to do. So she is leading the way of this event, of our minds. And she is really, I really feel like, when I sit down with Taki, my partner in crime, and we sit and we think about how this day is going to unfold, and this is like she's right there with us. She's right there with us. She's showing us the way. So it's going to be
Yes.
a beautiful day. And not just with the lecturers, and then we have Brand Nubian, who, I mean, I'm over half a century, so I grew up with Brand Nubian. um, Brand Nubians performing, JAMAR, but we're also going to show a part of Hapi, like a special extended clip of Hapi and Amadeus Crisis film, Heavy is the Crown. We're going to show a part of his film as well. And he'll be there, in the house too. So it's going to be nice.
Wonderful. I just want to take a minute and give a shout out to all our viewers that are connecting from all different platforms. And be aware we're only connected to two platforms here. So if I am not able to shout out on you, just know that you're here in this global family and you are watching Sister Felicia Harden from the Happy Movement, educating us and bringing us the best news, how we're going to crawl, how we're going to royal into 2023. It's going to be a year of abundance. You can already feel it. A lot of people are talking about it. I myself, you feel the vibration. 2023 is going to be the best thing that is going to happen to Africans who are conscious, who are on this journey. It is already happening right now. It's just a matter of us rolling into it. And Happy is putting us the black carpet. So you
Yes.
can imagine the smoking. You can imagine the divas, the celebrities. Oh, that would be a black excellence. Now you want to check out who is going to be dressing how, what are they going to be putting on, what kind of choreography are they going to be ushered into the hall. So everything, I mean, it's going to be dignity, it's going to be abundance, it's going to be beauty.
Yes.
So you don't want to miss it. Nobody is going to miss this. So I want to thank Sister Agnes Frolich, who is watching us, Brother Nkosi. All of them are watching us from Europe. And we have Nubia Morinike.
Yes.
And,
Wait. You know what?
I don't know,
Yes. Yeah,
Pastor
Dr. Susan
Damien is
Tatah.
watching. That is watching. And yes, I mean, I'm calling about those in Europe and on our Facebook pages because those in on the YouTube page, they just here with me and I can see them all the time. Go ahead, Sister Felicia.
Yes, you said, you know what? I want to also give a shout out to your chat. Oh, I love them. But you said somebody really key. You said Nubian Marenke. Now, this sister right here, when we talk
Yes.
about black excellence, she is a black archaeologist. Let that sit in. Okay. If y'all go to our social media page, Happy Films social media page, there's a picture I have with Nubian. I was in Detroit this past weekend, and she was at an event with Baba Ashra Kwesi and his wife, and she presented. But she's a relatively young black archaeologist. I mean, she's a mom, and all that stuff, but she's an archaeologist. She is so dope. She has these beautiful Kwanzaa, because she believes like in Kwanzaa, getting people started, with really practicing this tradition. So if like, because you guys are all in the chat, you should just email her. Or she should put her email address on there. But you talk about black excellence. This is what I'm talking about. And then when you talk to this sister, because this is how we all are, you are black excellence. But when I talk to you, just like regular, like you ain't done nothing. You've done so much. I'm looking at I'm looking at your 80,000 people now on YouTube. Like that is so dope, and I'm talking to Nubia, and Nubia's just acting like she ain't, being an archaeologist. So shout out to
We're gonna bring
you.
her on the show. I mean, let her just confirm to me, and I'm taking her in tomorrow. I'm going to displace the guest for tomorrow, and we're taking in Sister Novia Morineke. Okay,
Yes.
Sister, whether you like into your excellent, because that's just who you are. We have so much great women, not only women. I mean, all our community, like the one I'm talking about, Agnes Frolich, sitting every there in Germany still, and just empowering the community into all. So I was listening to her message this afternoon. The youth, the Mount East, okay, I mean, the shaker walking award. I can't wait to award her BE at the African Festival in Tübingen next year. So yes, we are all able and capable.
Yes.
We
Yes.
want
I
to put
know.
her in. We just need
Yeah.
to confirm, and we're taking Sister Novia in as soon as
Yes.
possible
Yes.
tomorrow.
I'm gonna send you her information. Yes. I'm agreeing with, Ernest is like, it's choppy. I was like, I know, because anytime we're talking about something, the internet always start acting like it's crazy. I tell you,
Don't
between the
mind
retro,
them.
yeah, between the retrograde of these four planets and the internet, it's just like it's craziness. But yeah, it's this is just such a powerful event. But the thing I like most about it, somebody was asking questions about the live stream. So yes, we're going to live stream the whole entire event. Okay. And we'll keep it up for a couple of days. And then after that, that's that. We're not making a DVD from it. We're not going to post it anywhere. So you literally have to be in the place to be in the place. So, in terms of the live stream, so you get your ticket, drsusantatah.org. And, make sure, yes, I'm with Ernest, Africa Up. Yes, like we got to, make sure that we are in the house. It's going to be nice. It's something for everybody. Yep, something for everybody.
Yes. So that's the yes, yes. All right. Yeah, like you say, internet is just in social media platforms where we're streaming to. If you go to your Facebook page, now you're gonna see some people watching like mine. You say you can imagine sometimes people just like, I mean, more than 500,000 followers that we have on our Facebook pages, 80,000 and millions following worldwide. And when you're live, they're gonna be so stingy, manipulating the figures that we're seeing there on our screens, and we know what we have in the backgrounds, isn't it?
Yeah, and
so we ask, what is the world still fooling around, thinking that Africans are just dumb or what?
Yep. Yeah, they're crazy because we're taking precautions in terms of this internet. We're making sure we're bringing our own internet to the space to make sure that we have a nice, smooth transition with the live stream. It's going to be, we have like 3 cameras. We are not messing around with making sure that this message is, is sent out. But, really, I want everyone in your chat and everyone that's going to look at this later on to start thinking about the Black excellence in them. Okay. Because we're going to have an opportunity, in the next couple of weeks because we want to hear from people what they think Black excellence is. That's really important. We can't move and do things if we don't know who we are. And part of, who we are, we're always like beating up ourselves and like, oh, we could have done this, we could do this. But there's a lot of things that is working in our community. There's a lot of, people that are working in our community. And we really have to give homage to that and appreciation and gratitude. So this day is just a day that we're just going to be loving up on Black people. Loving up on Black people.
Wonderful. Yeah. Yes, wonderful, beautiful Black people. Thank you, Kennedy K. Thank you, Wait Novels, for watching. And we appreciate you here. If you're watching, please make sure you share in your group, in your communities around you, and let your brothers, your sisters, your followers, join this. Now, Sister Felicia, I want to come back to you. You have felt the spirit of Africans by Africans and just doing their thing. I mean, I'm talking here. The part in unity here, you see how Africans are busy supporting initiatives. They're busy sharing, like what we're doing now. The content is being shared in groups, and you see people are just dedicated just to share, just to click and share. I mean, if you look at the past, and where Africans were not conscious enough. I mean, before COVID, because COVID really came to break that spell, pull us back and let us reflect and let us think. And that was that actually caught up with Africans, that Africans defeated it and now say, oh, okay, so we didn't even have a clue who we were. And now we're fine, not being distracted, not running left, center, right, being illusional about who we are. And now we learn. And you can see that unity. Do you feel this vibration? Because on the Pan-African here is just crazy. This fun, the viewers, the followers, the supporters, everybody is just hyped up. They're so charged that people give up their job. People shift their timetable when 2 p.m. Eastern American Standard is coming. People are giving up their job. They say, no, I'm taking up the next shift. That's how serious it is.
Yeah.
Do you have that impression? Say
100%. Yes. And that's just the thing. I think when you are, when you're out here, when you're just out with people, okay, when you are walking down the street, you see another Black person, you are feeling this energy. It's the smile, it's the nod that we're giving each other. We're letting each other know that, first of all, that we see each other. and that we're headed to a whole different goal. Like it feels so good being Black. Like I always felt good being Black, but right now this is a really good time being Black. Like it's just it's just so delicious to me. I know. It's like it's great because and I know that it's exciting because anytime I start getting a headache, I know there's way too much happening. Like it's just like it's so much energy. It's like you can't even process it. It took us, I would say, a couple months to come down from the high of One Africa, and now with just the stages of putting this program together for Black excellence, it's like when I talked to Taki, I was like, don't tell me no more. Wait, who's coming? Wait, what? And it's just way too much. It's like it's so exciting. And so I just hope that everyone feels our excitement and just our commitment to Black people. We are being the example that we want people to follow. That's it. It's like we have just got to take care of each other in a real way. Okay, we got to take care of each other in a real way, and it doesn't have to be big things. It can be small things, anything that just gives that just makes another person feel good. And so yeah, this is I can definitely feel the energy. When I talk to you, I tell you, even through your text messages, I'm like, yes. And then when we talked just for a couple little minutes the other day, and you had my head, I was like, why would this woman call me and I'm at work? I couldn't even get myself together. And then I was trying to call Taki. I was like, and Dr. Susan Tatah said, and she said, and we got to do this, and she said, and this is like, it's too much. I was like, oh my God, this event is going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And it's not just about this.
It's going to be the best.
Yes. And it's not just about this event. We are starting in New York City. We popping up some other places in the world. We're not just stopping. We're not just stopping this. This idea of Black excellence is literally, how we need to be operating. I took I took a Madu Netra class with Mfudishi Juhutimis, who was also on the lineup over the past summer. And one of the things he said was when he was showing us the glyphs on the walls in the temples, because I took the class, and then a lot of people that took the class, we also had a Hapi trip back to Kemet, right, in September. And so Mfudishi came back with us. And he's showing us, these pictures, and the way that he's describing it, but how our ancestors had this idea of Black excellence, you could just on how they dressed. They did regular things. They were out in the field and they were dressed. They were just not like, oh, let me just put on some old little jeans. No, I mean, I don't know if they had jeans back there. I don't think they did. But what I'm saying is that, like, they, like they got themselves together to do regular things. And so this idea of Black excellence, that is who we are. We are Black excellence. And so this event, we're going to make sure people know. If you didn't know, now you know. February 4th.
Now you know.
Yep. You didn't know,
now you know. Oh, okay. I think, yes. One thing that you're saying, you said we're going to be pushing out the cart small, little by little, but I think the heat is so much we can't even hide it. Like, people are already beginning to think what kind of customers they're going to represent, which character, which ancestor, right? People are already beginning to look at, like, it's not going to be just a normal excellence. It's not just going to be, like you say, people just going to go to the shop and just shop some Gucci, whatever nonsense. It's going to be you in the image. Like I already see the one that Grandma Harriet is putting, and I begin to think, what am I going to? You see, like how our queens in the Wakanda, the design. So we are going to see all kind of designs at the Black Excellence One. It's not just going to be something that somebody will wear it and you see them wearing it somewhere. It's going to be fashionista. We're talking about excellence. People are already going to look for the designers right here. Okay, so if you want to model Zinger, or your identity, you have all this, you are going to see these costumes. I mean, costume is going to be one of the characteristics of the Black excellence that you're going to see everywhere. And so you can see that part because that's the message. So we don't want no jeans, nothing. It's not even gonna happen. Africans know how to pull up, know how to
Yes.
arrange. Okay. The
Let me
arrangements.
let me tell you, just we know that to be true on how you show up on your show. Okay, Dr. Susan Tatah, I look at if you just if I never even looked at your show, I just go to your YouTube page with 80,000 subscribers, and I just go down and look at your outfits and your hair. I'm like, you are so doing it, sis. But that is the beauty, that is the excellence of who we are. You know, like it's like when I came on and I looked, I was like, wow, that looks good. This yellow, I was like, you know what? I was like, this is, yeah, we bringing all of this to Black excellence. We're to this event. We're bringing all of this. This is going to be really nice. Very, very nice. I'm so excited. And the
Wonderful.
other piece,
Oh yeah.
yeah. And plus the other piece is that these people who are going to be speaking, you know, it was like, listen, my heart is always right there with Professor James Small. That's my, I mean, I could not have in this journey. I don't think I could have. That was the first person I actually met when we were filming Hapi. Because I came in, you know, with the documentary, I came in towards like maybe I want to say Taki maybe had about 60 or 70% of that film left. To, you know, I mean, that he had already done. And so when I came in, you know, the first person I met was Professor James Small. And I was like, instantly, this man has helped me so much, you know, and so he is so true and dear to my heart. And so we couldn't even think about doing anything without, you know, having Professor Small there, right? So we was like, okay, he's there, he's going to lay it down because he has a way of speaking that no one else has his same cadence, right? So then, you know, we talk about Infudishi. You talk about someone, he opened up the One Africa conference in Detroit. So you think about, you know, having him come, right? And his energy that he brings, Infudishi is, he is just, oh my God, he is wonderful.
Yes.
When we were in Kemet and we were walking down the pyramids, this man is like 70 something. He's walking like this. He's like, come on, y'all. Da, da, da. I mean, like he is so full of energy and he brings that in everything he does, right? So he's there. And then Kaba, I was like, so Kaba is like he's like the smooth talker with consciousness. You know, I love the way Kaba tells the story. You know what? He's
Yes.
smooth. It's the teacher in him, but he also has a certain smoothness about him. And so yeah, I was like, oh my God, these three people. And then Reza, you know, I was telling Reza, he was on Happy Talks last night. And I was telling Reza before we
Mhm.
went on live, I said, Reza, you don't understand. There's a whole bunch of old ladies like me who love you, you know, because he is so smart, but he is so down with people, with Black people. You know, he's just like, he's not
Mhm.
playing. And this young person, you know, and this is the other thing, people are like, oh, he's from the Nation of Islam. It doesn't matter. His heart, it doesn't matter where anybody comes from. It's about your heart and how you're trying to move Black people forward. If you ain't trying to move Black people forward, we ain't got nothing, we have nothing to say. We don't even want to talk to you. It's about moving Black people forward. And I tell you, that brother right there. And so, you know, when we were I'm telling you, just putting this together, you know, these, you know, those first initial people, because, you know, I was like, I don't even know where Dr. Susan Tatah is, you know, because you're always on my list. And I was like, I don't know where she is, because we hadn't been able to, you know, to chat. And then when you showed up in that chat, it's like, I'll be there. I was like, yes. I was like, yes, 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 yes. Because this is, you know, this is what it's about. And I just hope everyone feels our enthusiasm, because it's going to be a nice event. It's going to be a nice event. So even if you know, even if you're not going to be in the physical space with us, if you're on live stream, trust me, you'll be able to feel it. You know, I didn't think that until I watched the One Africa live stream, you know, and I was like, wow, this is really powerful. So it's going to be very nice. Very, very nice.
It
Yep.
is. It is indeed. I don't even know how to say it, but if you are saying, because I heard you like, okay, even if it's just a small thing, hey, sister, there is no small thing. This thing here, there is no small thing. When I look at the fire, when I look at the spirit, the ubuntu-ness, the 12-12 solidarity, the movement from the Ya Asante was to Mama Harriet to Queen Nzinga, a
Yeah.
combination of Nefertiti to all these powerful warriors, Zulu, and all that. I don't see anything small. Even to the
Yeah.
Black Panther. Today we're looking at the Black Panther as if it was a movement. It was a woman king that came out like a Black Panther when we were arrested or when we were trapped. Okay. And so it's not just making films, it's not just doing things. It is about that greatness and abundance. And no one is
Yeah.
going to take it away from us. So there's no small thing in any African. I think the point that you are making that makes it so senseful is because we never had an excellence award. That's why we always were looking at it so small. We
Yeah.
always thought we did small things like you're saying. We never had to come to the space where we do mega extravaganza things. And we keep thinking that they're so small. It's the same thing like in our mindset. If you've never been to the continent of Africa or even Africans on the continent, if you ask them how big is Nigeria, you understand?
Mm.
It is until now that we start evolving, that we know Nigeria has the same, even more population than the United States. But if you talk to an African on the continent, they're just going to think Nigeria is just any other small country like you go. I mean, in terms of population, even in terms of wealth. So that's how big we have always been. But the images of our reality have always remained small. And so the
Yes.
Black excellence is coming to take out that brainwash of not even we do small things. There's no small thing in Africanness. I don't know anything that is small. Take it from the village girls to our mothers that had to raise 15, 20 kids with no insurance, nothing at that time. They had to go to their farms, they had to feed their families, their community, they had to go to war against the colonialists. What is small in our excellence? What?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, you are so right. This taken for granted our greatness. We can't do that anymore. And it's interesting. So I was talking to Amadeus Christ, and he did Out of Darkness, Heavy as a Crown, his volume, this is a second film, right? And when you look at the animation, okay, it looked like some Hollywood big firm did the animations. So I'm talking to him. I was like, wow, like how long have you been doing these animations? He's like, well, I just started. I was like, wait, what? And he was like, I taught myself on YouTube. What? And when you look at this man's film and the way
Oh,
he's just like, oh, I was on YouTube. He's like, yeah, YouTube. And then what? And so this is what I'm saying. Like, we are so great. But sometimes if you don't know how, and it's not about having an ego or being cocky or anything like that, but you do have to know who you are. So when you walk in a room, it's clear. So as he's talking to me, I'm like, okay, so people study years in a school to learn how to animate like a little cartoon or whatever. You did a whole feature film. And when you look at the colors, the symbols that he brought in, it is magnificent. And so, yeah, there's nothing small about our greatness. It's nothing small. And this is a day for people. It's so important that people understand that, that this greatness that we're showcasing, it's in them too. If we could showcase everyone that, every Black person that we knew, we would, but this is like, we have that inside of us. And sometimes you just need to see someone else to be able to bring it out in you. So yeah, it's gonna be very nice. Very
yes,
nice, nice.
absolutely. Yes, this is amazing. I mean, if you're watching a conversation, shout out to Lorenzo Sol. Heron Abdaram, Karanja Yasmin Love Queens, all of you watching us from the different platforms. We love you here. And we thank you for just being here and celebrating already the foretaste of the excellence. Just imagine how you are getting where you are. For two queens here, Dr. Susan Tatah and Sister Felicia Hapi, just two. You're already feeling catching the fire. So imagine you being
Yeah.
in New York, in Queens, right? On the night where all the stars go
And you know what?
down.
Yes, and you know what? I forgot to tell you one of the major thing is that we're gonna have all the Happy cast members that are in the New York City area, and I feel like there's like 13 of them. They're gonna
Yes.
all be in the house. They're gonna all be there. So Dr.
Mm.
Leonard Jeffries, Dr. Rosalind Jeffries, Dr. Georgina Falou, um, the chief
Oh,
Omawale, he's gonna be there. Gosh, who else? Asar Imhotep. Uh, I can't even think. Oh, Gano. All these people that are in our film have all had, formal invitations, so they're going to be in the space. So it's like, if you have gotten, we have like happy posters and stuff like that. It's a time. Bring your poster. We'll have some there, but bring your posters. Have everybody sign it. So it's not just the people that we will be seeing, but everyone else. They're coming to, just to support, but to also so we can give them love too. So all the Happy cast members, we had like 30 people in that film, and so about half of them will be, in the house. It's going to be real nice. It's going to be real nice to see them. So yeah, yeah, and we're going to,
oh
we're going to make sure we filming everything.
2023.
Yeah, it's going to be real nice.
Absolutely. 2023 is the year. Is the year for Black excellence. I mean, we just washed away. And hey, people, you see, it's not a coincidence. We are actually on time, on spot, and just doing what we call to do. Remember, we started being gloomy, going into deep wounds, and we started licking those wounds and healing them by ourselves. Nobody taught us how to walk over. We didn't go for any therapy because we realized we are our very therapy. Okay. And so we started connecting. And then one day, Happy just got up from nowhere, hip, and said, wait a minute. Yes, we've been doing this, but we need to meet because part of our therapy is Black people, is people for people, skin touching, dancing,
Yes.
eating together, showcasing, being on the black carpet in the real thing. Without that, we don't exist. We have to dance, we have to
Yes.
romp, that is us, and nobody can take that away from us. And so Happy just came out like, how come, so we can just meet. And they did everything industry live. They put money, resources, work into that first Detroit One African Power and Unity conference. And now they've not even recovered from the investment, from everything. They're like, you know what? Unstoppable. We're taking the further steps. And now we have what? We have the royal, what my brother Parker is saying, it's a royal conference, right? It's a
Yes.
royal conference.
That. Yeah. You know what? Ernest is, let me tell you, Ernest is up in your chat. He giving me all types of ideas. But yes, Ernest, this is a royal event. It is because, I was like, I might be like Diana Ross that night. I might have several changes in my clothing. I don't know. I gotta see what's going on. I'm gonna have some different looks going on. Um, you know, uh this has been, when you talk about coming out of 2022, this has been a year. We started off with a lot of adversity over in Happy World, and we just decided that we were not going to
Mhm.
stop. And the forces that were trying to bring us down, we were like, oh no, no, no. We're going to use your backs to help get us up. So it's like, this has been a trying year, but it's working out lovely. Like when we just kind of look back, we just couldn't even imagine being in the space that we are right now. And a lot of it is really because of the people who supporting us. So yeah,
All
and I think
right.
yeah, and when you were saying how how we're moving in this space, it's so interesting because we have been. I just think about how the inception of myself even meeting Taki and us, like working together. It was all, we thought it was just like, just by kind of coincidence, but no, it was divine. It was very divine in nature. Ancestors know what they're doing. They're like, okay, listen, we need for y'all to do this and blah, blah, blah. You do this, you do that. And as long as we are just staying in a place of being focused and listening to what they're saying, we're going to be okay. Yeah. Just
Absolutely.
like how I met
And I
you.
think, go ahead.
Yeah, just like I think about how I met you, as soon as I started talking to Professor Small, he's like, you've got to meet Susan. You just got to meet Susan. I said, well, who's Susan? And I was like, and why do you keep talking to Susan? I always get on Professor Small when everyone is always like all women talking to him. I'm like, why they gotta talk to you? I should be the only person you talk to. So I'm always telling them that, right? And so he was like, oh, I was on the show with Susan. I was like, who is Susan? And he was like, well, Susan's just like you. It's like you. She's just living in Africa. She's like you. And I was like, wait, what? And so then once I met you, I was like, oh my God. It's like I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm literally talking to myself. Um, so yes, it is going to be a dynamic day. It'll be a dynamic day. It
Yes.
went from a it went from a
Mhm.
4 hour went from a 4 hour event to an 8 hour day. So we'll probably be there a little bit longer. So it's gonna be nice. Yeah.
I hope we have the permission to extend because I know us African people, we're so sticky. Of course, I'm here in the United States and I understand how the regulations and locations, and I see New York is even giving us up to 8 hours. That's so beautiful because I know, in some locations we only allowed to be there for 2 to 3, and I mean in Kentucky is up to 3 a.m. You cannot exceed that. But us getting 8 hours, but I was still,
Yeah.
for cautious sake, us, we're sticky people.
I know. And that's why I was like this. I was like, okay, whatever little end time. I was like, Taki, he's like, we might have to add some time. I was like, yeah. I mean, we have a plan in our minds of how this is gonna go down. But of course, it's all ancestral. We just gonna roll with it. You know what? We're gonna do what you say. It's like, listen, you have got to make that a t-shirt. You've got to make your phrase a t-shirt about minding your African business, drinking your water and minding
It
your African
is.
business.
It is already.
You have a t-shirt?
It is. You want me to show it to you? Just conversation here.
Yes.
Tonight is officially going to be launched with Shopify, exactly about and my African business. And I'm sure it's sort of it's any the message is so powerful.
Oh, this internet is messing with us today. This internet is messing with us. Oh, I can't hear Dr. Susan Tatah. No, I gotta hear about the t-shirt. Oh no. Family, you gotta make sure you guys come out to support drsusantatah.org. She's gonna be in the house in New York City. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Okay, wait. I
Wow,
missed
so we're
every
back. I don't know. The internet
Yeah.
so
I tell you what is going on with
us black.
this little internet is messing with us today. They
I
cannot mess with our black excellence. They cannot mess with our black
don't
excellence.
know.
is going
It's
on?
fine. It's Sister Felicia,
Yes.
remember your speech in the happy if we don't talk about white supremacy in this country, and I
Oh no.
back, you know,
Wait. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I can't even. Oh, I can't hear you, Dr. Susan Tatah. It's like you're coming in and out. I just see your beautiful
I
smile.
have to.
Oh, can you guys hear us? Um, in the chat, can you guys hear us? It is choppy, Ernest.
Queen. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, can you hear? I can't hear anything right now.
Okay.
Okay. I can hear you. I think I heard you say something. Yes. You know what?
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm gonna
see.
leave. Yep, I'm gonna leave and come back. Maybe that'll work. Okay. Oh, no, she left and came back. Okay. Family, make sure you come out and support Happy Black Excellence. It's going to be great. February 4th. We got time. Um, I know I'm going to try to refresh Kojo. Um, uh, yeah, make sure you guys come and support. If you just go to drsusantatah.org, you will definitely be able to check out get your ticket, your live stream. We're going to keep it up for a couple of days afterwards, and after that, it is what it is. So make sure you guys are tuned in. It's going to be nice. Um, we're if you are if you're in the States, and if you're like in Atlanta or maybe on the West Coast, we have like flyers out there going out about the event. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. It's going to be nice. So we are no joke about getting the word out about this event. Um, yeah, Dr. Susan Tatah is yeah, she's gonna come back. Yes, Kwame. You guys have there she goes. Yep. And you know what, Marshall Lawrence, Dr. Susan Tata is in Africa right now. That's why. I mean, I don't. They little internet is messing with us because usually it's not this bad, but it just is messing with us today. Yeah. So we're gonna definitely. Yeah. So February 4th, Happy Black Day of Excellence. We're gonna have Brand Nubian. I don't know. You guys may be young folks up in the chat, but if you're over, I was born in 1970, so if you're born in 1970, you know who Brand Nubian is. So that's going to be fab. I mean, oh my God, they're going to be in the house. They're excited as well. Um, we have JAMAR Milton. He's a Kemetic priest. He's a conscious rapper. He was just on Happy Talks a little while ago with Jabari Ozazi. So they're going to be performing. We have lyricist, Lyrical Faith. She's a poet. She's going to be, doing some poetry. And hey, Divine Damon. And we also will have Kaba Kabane, Infudici Juhuti Miss, Professor James Small, Riza Islam, Dr. Susan Tatah, and Dr. Georgina Falou, all in the house doing presentations, some different things that some of you may not be used to some of the things they're going to be doing, but it's going to be nice. And we're going to have a lot of time to network. Oh, wow, you came back looking clearer.
I just don't know what is happening, sister. People throwing us out here, putting their foot in our mouths, in our tongues, and everything. everything. Thank you. We're sitting in. I could see the chat. Thank you for not giving up. No matter what happens, you know that it's not about the internet. It's not about. It's about the spirit and it's about the message. Each time you're here on the Pan African Daily, y'all know we are so beautiful, so beautiful. So sometimes don't worry about our faces and the images that they want to show you. Just get the message and everything is fine. Shout out to Smart Braids watching us right now. We see Odelia Chindo, they're watching us from Kentucky, and everyone is looking at us and they're happy to be here. Ebenezer, you're
Yes.
watching from Ghana. Thank you so very much.
Oh,
It's
nice.
really almost midnight, and people are still up to watch you, Felicia.
Wow.
So, what is the message that you want to round up this conversation?
Wow.
I mean, do we
Okay.
have limited seats? How
Yes.
much can that capacity accommodate, and when are the ticket sales, and so that people should know, because I see we're running out of tickets and it's going to be fully booked, and I don't want my audience, particularly Pan-African Day TV audience, to miss this opportunity because they want to see how their queen is rolling it out there.
Yes.
Okay.
On the black carpet. I like that. We got to get a black carpet. So a few things. So yes, the space is about 400 seats. And we are about halfway, almost three
Mm-hmm.
quarters filling it up for in person. And we haven't really started real promotion on that. So if you are in the New York area or thinking about coming through, to New York for this event, you want to get your tickets right now. We had some VIP set seating, and I believe, like last night I checked, we only had 2 seats left for the VIP. We have vending, like if you're in the New York area and you want to vend, you can the vending, let me tell you, if you're vending something, you're about to make some money because you're going to have all those people there, about 400 people in a one space, and it's only these vendors. Is That's it. There's not like a whole bunch. It's going to just be these couple vendors that we have that will be able to have their wares out there, so you can get your vending ticket on there as well. Live stream, we can get 1 million people on live stream, which is nice. So even if you can't make it in person, you can still, participate. We're going to have things for live streamers as well. So, it's going to be a whole event. Yes, Divine Damon, I saw your ticket. Listen, I'm always looking at who's buying tickets, because sometimes people are like, "Oh, I got a ticket. I'm going to see you." No, you didn't get a ticket, because I look at the tickets. I can see who bought tickets. And so now, Dr. Susan Tatah, she has her own link. So she will be able to know who actually bought tickets on her show. And I want to just give a shout out to Tika. You have Tika in your chat. Tika is another Black excellence. This sister right here, her pictures. You talk about a photographer, and we're going to have Solawazi. He's a famous photographer. He's going to be there taking pictures. I mean, he's Tika is like him. They don't take pictures; they take portraits. Okay, they capture portraits. So beautiful. Oh, hey, peace, Lori. Yes, Lori will be in the house. But Tika's composition. I teach film producing at a college level, and when I'm talking to kids about, like, pitch photography, filmmaking, and things like that, it's all about your eye. And Tika definitely has an eye for taking pictures. That's Black excellence. That's Black excellence. So there's going to be a lot of that. And we put time in the event for networking, because it's not just about us seeing everything, but it's really about people connecting. Like the river, like the Hapi River. It brought everybody to the river, and that's where we communed, we fellowshipped, and so this is how Professor Small is always talking about where's the river, where's the Hapi River in your town? Well, the Hapi River will be in Queens at the JPAC Center on February 4th from 1 to 8. We saying 8 o'clock, but you know, we Black, so we don't know how long we'll be there, but I'm telling you, it's going to be nice. You can live stream,
That's what I
live
said.
stream in
That's what
person.
I said. Queen Felicia is like all my family is gonna be there because I see Esther Jan from Belgium. And that's my cousin right there, my niece right there, my sister, my everything. And she said, I'm gonna be in. And I just see another young sister, Adele from Canada, and all of them are looking so forward. It's like, apart from just the
Yes.
family, everybody is gonna be there. Summer Frederick, Pretty Yemite. So you see, we have 400 places to reserve. So people get your ticket. It's gonna be down.
Yes.
You want to experience the real presence of Black excellence. Most of the time, we are in the churches praying, thanking God, and asking for abundance. And this 2023 is a year for you to stop praying and celebrate and be grateful and be thankful to God for all
Yes.
the blessings that He has poured onto you and your family. So we
Yes.
are taking out of the church sermons of always bothering Jesus for giving you things that you already have, instead of you thanking Him and celebrating and being a witness, a model to say, this is how I overcame, this is where I was, and this is where I am now. I see my
Yes.
sister Fokumla Patience. That's the strong woman of God. So when I call God, she's already in the chat. Yes, because
Yes.
we don't celebrate the gift that the Most High has given to us as Africans. Most of the time, we complain and begging and crying every day. That's why we stay too long in the church. Now we are taking that glory and that spirit into a place of excellence and abundance, and be grateful and show gratitude and unapologetically thanking and
Mhm.
the Most High for all every powerful blessings that He has been protecting your family, your people, your race, your nation, COVID, from all the dangers of the world. Black excellence is about taking the African from poverty mindset into the abundance, into the mindset of too much blessings. And if you've not been seeing it, we are going to exercise it. We're going to model it for you, and you will
Yes.
begin to see that the little things that you don't appreciate are absolutely the most precious gift. Sister, am I wrong? Am I just
Let
being
me tell you. Yes.
too loud here?
Yes, it's about gratitude, right? And it's about, and and it starts with just recognizing the beauty within ourselves. I had Dr. Oba Tashaka came onto the show. Oh God, I love me some Dr. Oba Tashaka. Oh, I love Oba Tashaka. I love Dr. Tashaka. Okay, I I tell you, this man right here, he and I remember when Professor Small, I called Professor Small. I was like, hey, Professor Small, we're trying to get Dr. Tachaka's number. Do you know him? Do you know his, you got his number? He's like, that's my best friend. I was like, wait, what? I was like, how do you have a best friend like Dr. Tachaka and not let me know? That's number one. Let's just start there. He's like, we've known each other for 40 years. I was like, how do you know Dr. Tashaka and not tell me? So when he connected us, instantly, the first day he came on to Hapi Talks was his birthday. And he was like, well, that's usually my birthday, and I usually do these events, but I will, I'll come onto your show. But he talked about something. He's been there a couple of times. He talked about this idea of our genius is our creativity. As Black people, our genius is our creativity. Our genius is our creativity.
Yes.
And that is, when he said that to me, I was like, wow. And I just think about how we have been in so many different spaces, all of us as Black folks, in different spaces where we've had to try to figure out something. We've had to be creative, and we will figure out things. And it looks like it's just effortless, because it is, because that's our genius. But we have to recognize what it is so we don't lose it, and we have to recognize what it is so that we can use it to work with each other and to really start moving this race, to where we to the greatness that we deserve, right? And so just when he said that to me, I was like, oh, man, that's something that's just sticking with me. That's going to be with me for a minute, that our creativity is our genius. That's where we strive. I mean, that's where we thrive at as Black folks. So Yeah, it's going to be a
I
powerful
love that
night.
statement. I love that
Yeah.
sentence because you know what, sis? I mean, when I talk about my sisters here, like for Kumula Patient, she's a powerful one. I talk about Idel, Ijang, I talk about the others. We are coming from the continent. You understand? We can be in the diaspora, but we are born and raised in the villages in Africa. And being able to bring this excellence of what powerful women, African women living the continent, coming here
Mm,
to
mm.
hustle and take care of community, a whole village, a whole nation, a whole country. What more else are we talking about? Because this night we're going to be sharing experience. And so when people look at us sometime and they look at Queen Michelle Obama, and I talked to one, I told one person one day, I said, if I give my story to her, if I give my story to Michelle Obama, she will be the leader of the whole world. You understand? So our
Yeah.
experiences, taking us some of the least of those geniuses that you are saying, that the Most High is removing and putting on the global stage. So when we talk about excellence, as the women coming from the continent, as African women in African American people in the Caribbean, our siblings here, that's what excellence. And so our genius is in our creativity. So when we look at
Yeah.
Mama Tupman, who had to flee and all those slaves, and she said, if they only could believe in their potentials, in their creativity, I would have freed all of them. So
Mm.
it's about that excellence that BE is bringing. So when we bring the stories, our stories, from the village to the global stage, from the compounds, from all those that are terming Africans as poverty mindset, but these are warriors. These are the most precious, abundant people that are bringing contribution to design the world systems for peace and love and unity.
Oh,
Who is going to
God.
beat us, Africans?
Oh, man. Oh, my God, Susan. Oh, my God. Mm, you calling the names of these sisters in these African tribes. I tell you, you know, Black women need other Black women. Okay. Black women need other Black women. It doesn't matter where you are. We need each other. We have the same things. We go through the same things. Our hearts are in the same place. It's about our families and it's about our men. And when you said that, when you put it in this perspective of these women that are, that will be tuning in, right? Because they got to tune in. It's a celebration for them too. Um, our hearts are so connected. Oh my God. See, Dr. Tyler, why I'm on your show crying? Every time I'm in front of you, it's like I can't. You have a way of connecting the Africanness in us, and that is so. That's what it's about. That's what this is about. And this Black excellence, these women, I stand on their backs because I couldn't. There's no way in hell I could be here without everyone that's come before me. I'm sitting here and you guys can't see it, but behind me is my altar where my grandmother sits, you know, Jewel May Hardin. My great grandmother sits, Dorothy Alexander. Like these are people um, who have made me, the strong woman. I guess we're not supposed to say strong anymore, but who have made me the woman I am. But when I sit across and look at you, you've made me the woman I am as well. And these women, that I hopefully one day get to meet. And so this event is this is what I'm saying. It's not just, it's already starting. This event just ain't about Hapi. This event just ain't about Pan African TV. This event is about all Black folks. Okay. And this is why we've got to get checked in. We've got to get, you got to get your ticket. You have to just sit and just witness this and feel this. This energy is what keeps us going. It also connects us. So these beautiful women that you're talking about, you know, this is beautiful. This is going to be great. It's already great. Once we decided, you said something in One Africa
It is
that I,
all.
yeah, you know what? You said something in the One Africa conference that I will never forget. When you said, when everyone was, towards the end of your speech, and you said, that we already decided that we were going to spend this night together years ago. Like we planned this years ago to be in this room where we are right now. And that is so true. So this event is, we've already planned it. It's just it's going to be a celebration. This is nice. Yeah. So nice. He's so nice. And all this little, I hear people talking, about, oh, the African women don't like the African American women. That's some bull crap. Please, we love each other. We love each other. Our hearts love each other. We're so connected. We're the same. Like, it's just like, this is so nice. Oh my God. Mm. Oh my. I tell you, Dr. Susan Tatah.
It's okay. It's
Dr.
very.
I was just trying to stick to the script. I had a little script. I was like, okay, I'm going to stick to the script. Now you got me up here. Oh, my. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice.
No,
You're such a beautiful person.
yes. So we are on the 16 days activism also for gender-based violence and domestic violence. And it is very right for us to, when we're talking about Black excellence, I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful, Sister Felicia, that, you can plan something and put an idea. The spirit behind that is
Mm-hmm.
exactly what would just excel. And so you said something so touching, and that's the message. When we are reaching out to our women, to our mothers, I mean, that have been brutally, that are still going through some kind of challenges because of their homes, because of their community, because of standing up, because of just being a woman. You are being backstabbed, you are being betrayed, you are being torn apart, and whether
Mm-hmm.
it's from the community or from the darkest of the darkest systems that be, it is but just a normal thing. While we remember those that have gone through these channels, we know women that have been battered to death, women of God, even right, even in the church houses where all these religious movements are going on. All this charlatan in the name of religion is happening. And so when we remember and we are connecting, you make a statement, and that statement, Sister Rachel, that was here from the movement of the Hebrews and Israelites, talking to us about the role of the women in the Bible, and she
Mm-hmm.
made that same statement, but just maybe in another way. We are being the target. I know I had to hold a long conversation with Professor James Small in the background for him to understand. Most of the time, we say our Black men are the target. No, the Black woman target to break down African civilization and African power. Get it straight again. We
Yes.
suffer because of our men. We suffer because of our community. Whether it is the Black woman on the continent or in the diaspora, we have one thing that connects us together. We are under attack. And most of the time, people don't talk about it. This message is not going out because the systems, the so-called illusional of systems, are always
Mm-hmm.
coming to degrade the power of the African woman to say, oh, they are the wicked sex, they're the single mothers, oh, they're the ground, we need to give them protection. No, they are devaluating the potential and the power and the craft of the creator in the Black woman. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And so coming after us, like you say, there are stories going on, oh, no, we are a gender. We are a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
We are a vibration. Get it today. Vibration is
Yes.
one, and it's called female. as they decree it. We know in the Alkebulan or in Aisha, we don't even have a gender. So we don't describe God or the Most High or what as a gender person. We already heard it. It's neutral. So, but all these systems that brought us to this place where we are today, and that's why when a Black woman stands up and be in a position of leadership, even only her counterpart or all the forces of darkness will be the first people to tear her down. Now you begin to question the answer as we talk on these things for us to get the message straight. Why do they come after you? It is physical that you see that is destroying you. It is when they take you away from that person or your home, that home becomes vulnerable. It has nothing to do with the fake power that they try to impose on a man in the name of baggage and luggage and responsibility. It is because when they take their women, they degrade their women and they turn them into everything. They violence them. They become a threat. And our brothers, our men are kings, look at you because of your development and because of your God given power, you become a threat. And then there's no wonder that we're going. So we are lifting up our voices and to share with every Black African of origin, humanity in any format to say, no, Black excellence is about celebration of who we are.
Yes.
Felicia is the queen on that board, is the face. And if she
Let
could
me.
give you her story to be sitting here and smiling, then you would understand what excellence is about. We're not going to go on the script of I did this, I wrote this. If we would just put only our stories on Black Excellence Night, every woman, every man, every son and daughter develop wings to fly.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, they come for women. They come for women because they know we are the soul of the man. Like if when we are in our fullness, we give life to everything else. When we are in our
Yes.
fullness, we give life to everything else. That's why this whole idea of Black women and Black men being together is something that they are very clear that they're trying to stop, right? This unit of Black family is because we are together. It's game over. Together, if we came together in a real way, this would be game over. But what happens is that they have to try to they got to attack somebody, right? Because if you can unseat a woman, if you can just really mess with her, then she's not in her full power. And not being in her full power, she can't give life to nothing else. And so that's why when you said this idea of these women all throughout the diaspora, it's like we know how to give fullness to each other, and that fullness is what we need to give so that we can just really kind of take on this Black family and move Black people forward. So I tell you, see, thank God I have mascara that's waterproof, because I tell you, this Dr. Susan Tatah, she'll get you every time. Every time. Peace out to the family. You guys are all up in here. I love it. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. Um, Fatuma, yes, yes. You know what? I don't have my glasses on, so I can't. I think that says Fatuma Hoofman. But yes, and I see Cheryl Penny is from Brooklyn. I hope you are in the house for the event. Kojo, that's what's up. But yes, I think you guys were agreeing with me when I said Dr. Susan Tatah. She brings the Africanness out of everyone, and she knows how to make that connection through the way, in a way, in how she moves and how she talks. But make sure that you guys are in the house on February 4th. We have, I don't know if I can actually show it, but we are in the house on February 4th. It's a day of Black excellence. It's going to be fabulous. Um, oh my God, it's going to be great. We have not only Dr. Susan Tatah, there you go right there. Not only will we have Dr. Susan Tatah, we have Dr. Georgina Falou. And if you guys remember her from One Africa, if you've seen the live stream from One Africa, she straight up gave her phone number out and said, call me and I can help you start your corporation. That's how committed she is about our economic growth. And we have Kaba Kamene, Infudishi Juhuti Miss, Professor James Small, and Riza Islam. They are all on the bill. And now, if that was just like, we're just going to just do that. Oh, no, no, no. Hapi is going to have all of our cast members that are in the New York City area will be in the house as well. So you can sit and you can talk with them, because we will have time in the program for people to, to talk to one another, to really do this, to have this idea of networking, but really it's fellowshipping. We're going to have some time built into the schedule for that. And then we also going to have some musical performances by Brand Nubian. I saw Tika in the house, said she knew who Brand Nubian was. Yes, Brand Nubian from back in the day. They will be performing. We have a beautiful young poet, Lyrical Faith. She will be performing. And then also JAMAR Milton. He was on Happy Talks, I think maybe last week with Jabari Ozazi. Check it out. It was really good conversation. And he's going to also be performing. And the cool thing about this is that the audience and the live stream people will be able to see a special clip, extended clip of Hapi, the role of economics in the development of civilization, as well as Amadeus Christ's new film. And it's new, and he's going to show us like a special clip of Out of the Darkness, Heavy as a Crown, Volume 1. So it's going to be a magnificent night of events. And I hope that everyone in the diaspora will be able to tune in if you can't get to New York City. We have limited seating, so if you're going to get tickets for New York, you probably want to get them now. There she go! Yay!
It's okay. It's okay. Yes.
Yep. They can't
So
stop
we are rounding up. Yes, we have 3 minutes into the show. It's going to be a 1.5 show tonight. And yes, because we still have a couple of announcements to make. And I want to thank you, Sister Felicia. You just want to round up. The one question that I want to say is, we would like to, just like last time, a lot of people complaining that we started the publication late. And even though we were still in the heart of COVID. And so this time the tickets are out. Do you have flyers and posters? I saw when you were trying to show something that I wasn't. So if you are out there and you follow Pan-African Daily TV, you follow the Happy Film, or you go on the Facebook of Professor James Small World, these are all platforms and all the stickers that be here, flyers. It's a digital flyer where all you need to do, you don't need to print anything. You just need to click it, and then you put it like a sticker. You can even put it like, your emblem. You can put it like your logo. You can put it like, you can hang it on anywhere until we are out of Black excellence. That is Black love. That is power in unity. When we talk sometimes about power in unity and economy, they need to build businesses. But like I told you, we are mining our business and drinking water and mining our African business. This one is another form of a business. Why you just share and support one another? You don't care whether they gain something or they have to give you something in return. That's the new power in 2023 from the Pan-African Daily. We just drink water and mine our African business.
Yes.
While we create the Africa that we want. And so we're gonna get even, we already have tumblers where you can buy a read or a hoodie or anything like that. But that is all about the spirit of the new Africa that we're building. We support each other. We don't care. On Pan African Daily, you can bring your YouTube, you can bring your mentorship, you can bring your business, you can bring anything. You can create your YouTube channel. Come to us. We're gonna brand it. We're gonna promote it for free. That's the spirit of power in unity.
Oh,
But
that's
in
what's
return, all we need from you is that you share the Black Excellence flyer
yes,
all over. Yes, it doesn't matter whether we sell out. Sister Felicia, let's be clear on this. I know the 400 seats are going to be sold out, but I also
yes,
know that the Happy Movement and our movement, we have a lot of financial deficit incurred from the first conference and that. And so it doesn't matter even if people would just buy that ticket and not even being able to have a seat. That's the spirit of Africa. So we support
yes,
whether we're gonna have a seat there or not. And even those that will be on the live stream, you buy your ticket and you can watch from all across the world. So when we say we have 400 seats, it doesn't mean it is 400 tickets and you cannot buy further. Even after the conference, we're going to be reading about the conference again. So please, it's a symbol of how we economically empower the Happy Movement, the Pan African Daily, to carry this Black excellence around the world, not just in New York. So,
and
yes,
again,
those of
yeah,
you that donated here today, and of course, those that have not been able to subscribe to get our daily news and update, watch us live when we're live. I know a lot of you see me live on Facebook and that. You are just a part. But please, I would appreciate if you do just one thing. Just click and subscribe. Because like we said, we have a target. We have to deliver. We have to
yes,
deliver to attend the 100,000 golden plate, by December 31st. Now today we are at 82,000 subscribers. And I'm very,
wow,
very happy because every volunteer is carrying on this campaign with love. And it is so impossible that Pan African Daily TV YouTube has at least 500, 300 to 500 subscribers a day. It is not
and-
done in history. Okay,
yeah,
so that's how fast it goes, and it is thanks to the spirit of unity and the spirit of economic empowerment without asking a price or without having what do I get for it. That's the spirit that Africans are running with. Nobody wants to
yeah,
bother whether what am I getting, what I get paid for this or this and that. Of course, there are positions that would be paid, but because we're building the main media of the continent, we have a target and we must deliver. So I thank you for
yes,
your support. Me in this
you,
Black Excellence Call. It's not because I'm more than any other person, but it's just because I have a contribution to make to take us to the next level, and I'm honored and I'm thankful.
yes, you are
Yes.
on it. Yes, you are on it, Dr. Susan Tata. Thank you so much. I love you so much. I love you, girl.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you in
You.
person.
Thank you so
Guys,
much.
yes, subscribe to Pan African TV. Like this, there's no reason why you guys should be up in the chat and not subscribe. So subscribe, 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 and thank you. And I'll see you.
Thank you so much, sis. We'll keep in touch with you and we see you.
All
Greetings to
right,
the happy family. Thank
happy
you.
family.
Bye bye.
Peace.
Bye bye. Happy family. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, my beloved, my brethren, my sisters and brothers, the Global Pan African Daily TV family. And please be aware if you look at our logo is the Pan African Daily TV. And you see the DTV. Why am I making and paying attention and actually reiterating and stressing on this? Is because we have a lot of copies out there. I'm not against anybody, but because we elevated our organization and our profile to a legal status, this logo is under an intellectual property since yesterday. I just want you to be aware. I want us, this family, to feel safe and protected, that nobody would mess around with our logo in the names of other things. We know what we are capable of doing. We know how the devil manipulates us to always be against us. I'm not only talking to the African family. There have been a lot of accounts that have been created on the Pan African Daily TV. They don't put Daily TV, some just put Pan African something and like TV that looks like us and use the same colors. I just want us to be aware. When I say it's under intellectual property, means it's copyrighted. It's copyrighted. Why? Not because we don't trust ourselves, but because a lot are going, and the enemies of our progress are going to use this against us. And so they're going to create all sort of fake accounts and start distributing lies. And we all know how they have been manipulating and have been acting. So please be aware. I'm just saying it again. Number two, our brands are going to be launched. And we have just two messages that are so powerful. Drink water and mind your African business. That's also copyrighted. And we have creating the Africa we want. That's also copyrighted. Okay. So anything that you're going to see with our merchandising is not just we want to just sell products, but it is the power of the Neo Africa by Africans for Africa. Okay. So we're not just designing products, we're not just creating any stuff. And I know how long it has taken us to be here because you ask all the time. You have asked, you have asked, you have asked. And so, yes, we would be representing. So this Pan-African Daily TV merchandising is going to come up from all. First, our young executives are going to be in position on them. So if you would want to have one in the design that you want, they're available in all colors, even at tumblers. I mean, those are Tanzanian cups or Serengeti or whatever, how we're going to name it. Just be aware that you can order it in all colors and sizes as well. The third point that I want to make it really clear with the merchandising is because of logistic and the ability for us to be flexible, we're going to do command on, and so you order your t-shirt and the print and they transfer it to you. But of course, I'm going to be presenting the products here that we have. Give us some time while we complete before we come up for the launch of that brand. Um, and to show you the different colors, the different collections that we have. Like we have the Awoke collection. The Awoke collection is the one that is going to go through this season, and as we celebrate our awakenness. So you're not going to see the word Awoke on it, but if you're putting that collection, it is the Awoke collection for that season. And so we intend to do even, fashionistas, we intend to do runways just with our brand, okay? Because we want this message to go on. And if whether you like it or you know it or not, Pan African Daily TV is a global brand. And it is thanks to you, your story, telling our stories from our own perspective, empowering and inspiring ourselves by us. Be aware we have not taken any credit. We have not taken any grants from anywhere to be able to do this project, this big project. Everything that we've been able to do on this project has come from you. And so the brands are not cheap at all, like I said, because it's not just a t-shirt that you buy on the street. If you own a corporate brand of Pan-African Daily, drink water and mind our African business, it's as precious as the diamonds that we have in Congo. So I already just tell us it is an investment that we have to do. Because even pro brand or per any order that you would, Pan African Daily would only maybe be accessible to $5 or to $10 on each of it. But what we want is a strong brand. If we can go around and buy brands that are not even made from us, you understand? And we put so much money. I see our women out on the continent or here buying handbags for 300, for 1,000, for 500, for $2,000, and they pay cash. Okay, and these brands are carrying even the logo and the message and even the spirit of people that don't even care about you, your existence. who don't even care about what is happening to the African that could not even afford food or water or drink. They don't even care about our women, our murderers. They don't even care about the suffering of the indigenous people on the continent. But we put all our monies just to buy a trademark, and you carry it and you promote the brand and you say that makes you quality. It is because we've been so distorted in our minds that we don't even know who we are until if I'm not carrying a brand that has a name, then I'm not up to anybody. The Pan African Daily TV brand is that brand that is going to come and change your story. It is elevating, it is dignified, it is royal, it is honoring. It is honoring you as an African through your challenges, through your difficulties. It is honoring to our forefathers, to our continent as a whole. It is the voices of Africans at home and abroad through their challenges from slavery, through their challenges from colonization, through their challenges of the genocide, the stealing of intellectual African property, the demonization of our culture, the demonization of our ancestries, the demonization and the undergrading of our women, our children, our boys, our men, and even our leadership. That is what it's all about. It is more than just the Pan African Daily TV brand. When you would carry it, you would be elevated because it's a spirit. Pan-Africanism is a spirit. It is Ubuntu. It is one love home and abroad. It is connecting Africans worldwide in their stories. And it is Africans creating the African they want to see. That is how powerful it is. So we are looking forward, and we would share the link to Zoom, to other webinars, when we'll be inviting you good people. We're also going to stream it on the Pan-African Daily. Maybe I'll be the one moderating. Our young executives and all of them would be doing that work. And so we'll be inviting people that say, yes, I want to be part. I want to invest. I want to contribute in a more different way. I want to order these brands. I want to have them in my store. I want to be a brand ambassador for it. I want to be a distributor for it. I want to be a point of sales for it. And that's how global we're going to take the story of the new Africa by Africans on the global platform. Yes. But one thing, when you see a brand, you see a logo, you just remember that you are great, that the children of Africa and its descendants were all created like any other race. They can arise, they can elevate to any level that they want. So I want to thank you so very much, Alreen Kalibaba, who has supported us with $10, and I saw others donated a $20 and some 10. And so it is very uplifting. But a buying of that brand, every African, we are going to really inspire each other to have at least a piece of that brand in your household. Because it is more than a brand. That's what I'm saying again. It's going to be more than a t-shirt. It's more than a drinking tumbler cup. It's more than a hoodie. It is a spirit of a collective people. And so if you want to arise in your greatness, if I put on my hoodie t-shirt with the logo, I drink water and mind my African business, or creating the Africa we want, then you know you've transpired. You know you have transported that energy of your ancestry right up to the next level. You have put on a legacy for the children of Africa, for the dignity of Africa, for the pride and the proudness of Africa, for one destiny for Africans. So yes, it is a whole lot of a spirit. It's not a t-shirt, it's not a teacup, it's not a what TTT. It is the spirit of one Africa. The DNA is imprinted and embedded in it. And so every African must be proud to be a part of this journey. So I want to thank you so very much. And for being here. So tomorrow, like I said, I want to get Sister Nubia on this platform tomorrow. We want to share her excellence and all others that our sister has been telling us. Yes, thank you, brother. Of course, I am a living witness. I've done a research on that. You are saying it so correctly. $300 a buck on a credit card and no cash. And we go around toiling just to be paying this off. An African child, a mother, a woman, we all grow and we glow in our royalty. And imagine when you carry something that is your spirit, you even grow, you even glow more, we prosper more. And so when the collection at work is going to be out, we're going to do a run show for it. We have a beautiful queen in Tanzania, Sister Magesa. She does environmental collections about the blue ocean, about our environment, about our oceans, how we actually destroy, how the West is destroying, how the world doesn't even know what the meaning of water and our spirituality is about. And so we wonder when our waters overflowed and they're crying, and or the fishes or the other creatures that are in. So she's going to work on the designing of our collections for each season on the Pan-African Daily. She's been called into that target and she's going to do it. So we thank you so much. So watch out. A lot of beautiful things are coming. The last point I want to make before we close this session for today, you know I'm a 12-12 girl. You know I'm a 12-12 girl. And we're a couple of days away to celebrating the 12-12 girl. And you know, this 12-12 village girl here is a very shy one. You know that so much. The only thing that she knows, and she's been blessed and given by her ancestry, is just empowering and facilitating and being the door opener, you know, for us to connect and meet. Every other thing apart from that, she's just a baby girl, okay, that can cry. Like Felicia and myself. So yes, what I mean is as simple as this. My celebration, or if we would have to channel anything, we celebrate our lives every day. As you know it, when we're talking about our new year, we already are in the African New Year since September 26th. You know it in our calendar. And so if we go back to our calendar, all of us are 7 years younger than the date of birth that you're having. That is why we glow at every time. If you didn't know this, I'm going to bring our sister, Dr. Elaine Ferguson, who will tell you about how young you Africans are when you stay connected to the spirit. Okay? And so, yes, I dedicate any kind of celebration, any kind of birthday gifts, or any kind of wishes that you want to make to the launching of this shop, to this brand that we hope to do by the end of this year. And the purpose is really going to be elevating our spirit to the next dimension. But don't remember, we'll be coming out with our young executives for our end of year fundraising. I already told you. We are already operating with 48 youths. In 48 countries with groups of our young executives, volunteers on the continent and also in the diaspora. They need tools and equipment to carry the message, to be on this mission of One Africa for Africans worldwide. So yes, a lot of you have been sharing your emails and contacts with me. And in the next coming days, you'll be receiving, the list to how you can donate and how you can contribute, but mostly how you can get a product from our shop. Thank you so very much. I think that's said and done. If we are not going Yes, and I want to celebrate this with you. Baba Small is actually the ambassador. He dedicated and said, I'm going to be the ambassador to that brand, Pan African Daily TV. And all our guest speakers that have been here are ambassadors as well. They have pledged their loyalty, they have pledged their allegiance to it, they have pledged everything with their soul, their mind, and everything to be his ambassadors, and it's a pride for them. So, yes, all of us are ambassadors to carry the message, the young message of how young we are. So, thank you. Two sticks from the Caribbean. Of course, we have. Yes. Thank you. Kojo is saying, I can't wait to wear Pan African Daily TV. Carry that message of power and unity on me. So it's going to be a collection, as I said. Thank you so very much. I wish you a nice evening and a good night to most of you on the continent. Now you already know where you can get your tickets for the Black Excellence. You go to www.drsusantatah.org. I hope the link is already functional. If not, give me a couple of days. I will check and I get back to you. But that's where you're going to be getting your tickets. All of you that are following us from the Pan African Daily TV. So thank you so very much. And I appreciate all of you, my darling sisters that have been calling in, that were watching from Europe, from the continent, from the diaspora, and also you kings for protecting this house that you have built. All of us, we know what our roles are today. We know the role of the queen mothers, the princess, and we know the role of our boys, our prince, and our kings. That's what Pan African Daily does. Okay. So we thank you for your protection. We thank the Almighty for his protection and his blessings today upon us, that we are able to connect and to carry the spirit to the next dimension. So we say Ashe, Ashe, Bayete, Bayete. Thank you. I love all of you. We see ourselves tomorrow. We don't have Queen Nubia. We're going to be having a guest. Tomorrow is Saturday. And we just want to be in the spirit of abundance, of course, in the happy spirit of abundance, connecting Africa at home and abroad. I don't want to steal your time. Thank you, Brother Wesley. Feel free to just do your connection, your donations here. Wesley Salis has just donated us a sticker of, $10. Thank you so very much. That's all we are. And you know, the Pan African Daily or the Africa We Want is a non-profit venture. It's a 501c tax exempt venture. All this, we are going to give you the structures, everything that we've been able to do in the next 2 years, from the past 2 years, and where we are going to. Currently, we're still working on the registration in the US to create the branch here. And when we get the certificate, we are going to announce it to you. But currently, it is registered in Europe, in Germany, and the headquarters actually is also going to be registered on the continent in Bamenda, southern region of Cameroons. Okay, and so our main branches, but of course, Caribbean is also on the road to have a branch of this. So yes, we're connected, reaching out to our people. So peace and blessings and love to all of you, and we see ourselves tomorrow. Thank you for all of you that have donated and connected, and also for the chat family. You know what? I just want to use a second for this. You are the best. You are the best. People that have followed our community. I'm not talking about us in the chat, even YouTube analytics and Facebook analytics about how you react. We have never went against the community standard, and that is a plus. We have composed ourselves, we have mined our African business, we have stick to our ideology, we have defended our intentions in a very professional, lovely way, in an accommodating way. We have never quarreled, we've never used crazy words on this forum, we have never been abusive, we have never. And I want to appreciate you. And that's the work that you are doing, the mission that you moderate this chat. I want to thank my women Cheryl, I want to thank you. Snowy, I want to thank you. Kwame, I want to thank you. Parker, I want to thank you. Paul Brown, I'm not reading your names, I'm not saying, I'm just calling from my heart. Okay. I want to thank all of you. You know yourselves, all of you. Kofi is not here today, but these are the global chat family. All of you that are always here, Marshall Lorenz, coordinating the chat, Sister Venna, all of you, everyone that comes into the global family and just pick up a function to serve in this mission, we thank you so, so much. And to you that are watching us, you are also a part of this great family. Because if you are not watching and following us, there will not be for any reason for us to be here. Every one of you, I said, is a part of this mission, and no one is greater than the other. Nobody, neither me nor you or any other person. Sister Patricia Matthews, thank you so very much. These are all our members. And we have prayed for Haiti. We have prayed for our Caribbeans. We have gone on series of prayers for every nation that the African people are and are hit from one thing from the other. Yesterday, I had Bello on the phone, and I have to call. I think something is not acting right with our people in Haiti. So whether it's in Nigeria, like Brother Ernest is saying, all across the continent. And so you also are going to see on a short sleeve t-shirt, all the countries are going to be represented. You would see it. Our logo and the country and the slogan. Okay? Our logo and the country and the slogan. It means what? We are one in the spirit, thinking about one another. So you must not be a Gambian to put on Gambian t-shirt. No. You must not be. Oh, you like me, I would have all because that's what I'm going to be wearing in the studios. Okay. So yes, we need to constantly be in prayers. We need to constantly be in prayers, in meditation, in connection. And when King Maponga said that's our rituals that we do, it means it's our daily bread. Call it bread or what? We have to constantly communicate. Stay in constant prayer is a means of communication. Whether you're pouring a libation in honoring of those that have come before us, it is a prayer. It is a ritual that we have to do. Yes, Brother Drame is talking about what if we have a black league that includes all blacks in the worldwide. Of course, we know Brother Damien in Trinidad is working on that project, Brother Drame. And he's been on the show 2020 and did a presentation on that. Of course, building a one thing, we're starting with changing our stories, getting a correspondence, all in these communities to report and talk to people who have the beautiful African country stories to tell. Okay, showcase the beauty of our land, of our rivers, of our water, of our villages. Showcase the beauty of our elders, the stories that they knew from the past, to pass it on to the next generation. That's the work of the young executives and our correspondents. And then we have the sports and culture, which we call the sport festival. And like I said, we're going to have one champion league, and it's called One Africa. So we're going to get teams and young people because it's all about our talent and our creativity. And in the term of this sport, whether we call it our games or whatever we're going to call it, we are going to get all this sort of excellence in terms of entertainment, whether it's poetry, whether it's music, whether it's dance. All these competitions are coming up for one, into one purpose: the love and the unity of humanity. Africans by Africans, recreating the better world that we all want to live in it. So yes, Brother Drame, you're so correct. You're so correct. There's going to be a lot going on, but that's your job. Everyone has a mission. I said it. Everybody is called into this mission that has a purpose river. If you just that in spot, come up. You're going to align with the objectives of this family. Everybody is given a mission. And that is why that spirit of an ego Africa is gone. It's not going to exist again. Me, myself, and I. Oh, I'm this, I'm influencer, I'm public figure. For what? If you are not doing anything for your community and your people, you are just like somebody that's using Mother Africa to rape on her name and to earn some money for yourself and to begin to betray and to trample about or above your own community. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. I can do this, I can do that. It's because of me, I'm this. And no. In one Africa, in the new spirit of the Africa we want, we're all the same. I am because you are because I am. And you see the solidarity movement and the 12-12 galaxy, the same. 1, 1, 2, 2. It's the same. You look at this side, we're the same. You look at this side, we're the same. That is the galaxy of the 12-12. And as you know, my birthday is 12-12. And I'm the 12-12 galaxy. So we form the 12-12 in all our working communities to spread the spirit of one and solidarity among us. I'm not without you. We are not without you. You are not without us. It's the philosophy of the Africans. Okay. So yes, thank you so very much. Wow, I did it 2 hours and 1 minute for you. So yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So if we have questions and answers, like I say, for now it is, you can support here. You can make a donation through our PayPal, which is creeping on the link. But like we building the brand, we're coming up with a Cash App and a Zelle and all those possibilities where you can be able to shop with the various payment devices. And then let's see in the next 2-3 years if we are not going to have our own satellite from our own community money, from our own expenditures, so that we can be able to be proud of ourselves that we did it. With no credit, we did it. With no grants, we did it from ourselves to us, from us to us. And we are able. If we would put the same energy that we put in other brands to shop and for 300 for a bag, we're going to put even 500 to shop. And I bet you, it's a message from our ancestors. Any African that will put a t-shirt with the logo Pan-African Daily TV, the spirit of the collective, the Ubuntu, One Africa movement and Hapi, I'm telling you, your life, you will never be the same. And everywhere you move, it will be all about greatness and elevation. Okay? I'm not a marketing expert or just saying. I'm saying the spirit being downloaded into me. And I'm just telling you that. Nobody is going to be a gold digger earning some kind of money to be a rich woman, a rich man out of this corporation. We are all one. Nobody owns it. It is the continent and its people that owns it. We have walked away from criticizing and we are now into the season of just doing. We just do it. So we're going to collect all our pennies. The ones that we even throw at our supermarket, we don't even take the 1 penny and begin to put it into a collection. When it gets to $60, $70, $100, you're going to get a collection, you're going to get a product, which you can even hang on your walls, which you can proudly present. But it is the spirit that is lying there that will make the difference in the Africa we want. So I want to thank you again, and my time is up. And you know how we are in the Pan-African Daily, how it's so difficult to separate from this love, to separate from this love that we just found 2 years ago. Us falling in love again so madly and so badly and so crazy. And each time we are not even able to separate from one another. We're just so deep in love that we don't even know how to resist. Okay? So, yes, that is the spirit embracing us from us. All right? So, we see you tomorrow. Be on the watch out who is coming. Good night to all of you. Tuko pamoja. Asante sana. Njika ba beriwo miyaka. All to you. We see ourselves. And please don't forget. And subscribe. So good night. Bye-bye.
You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tatah. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherlands calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 #1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.